I do want to dive more into Pickens because I feel like last week everybody's like, Pickens is the best receiver in the league. Everybody's blowing up Pickens, and now you go on Twitter and everybody's hating on Pickens, saying he has low effort. But I did put together a little montage because I want to see, we're going to react to some of this because I was like, you know what, the effort wasn't there. This is kind of the Steelers, George Pickens.
That ain't effort. Like, what are you doing wrong on them 2 passes right there? I don't see nothing wrong. Now, you could say something about
the deep ball, come on.
What you don't see on this is you see is somebody in the dig window, is somebody in the slant window, and is somebody on top of him. He don't think Dak throwing him the ball. Like, Dak, why are you throwing
This would have been
a
game-changing play right here.
Yeah, boy, look.
That was a dot. Like, put your hands out.
Lost it in the lights or something. Like, he didn't make any effort for it.
Put your hands out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sound real good. To y'all sitting at home, man. Like, come on, man. It's Pickens. Y'all don't think he wanted to catch that ball? It's his contract year. Y'all don't think he wanted to catch that? So he just said, man, oh, fuck that ball. I ain't going to catch that ball. Like, yo, we got to be in our right mind, man. Like, come on now. Let's just not do it for the media.
I think the issue is he's made such amazing catches the last few weeks that ball was very catchable.
Well,
that's what it is. But I'm saying, what was it? We got to ask him in the post game.
Yeah.
Did they ask him in the post game?
Yeah.
Did they ask him? What did he say?
He did say, overall, you can't disappear. That's what George Pickens said. You can't disappear. So he owned that it was not his best effort.
He's not going to argue with you, but you know what number one receivers do? Number one receivers demand the double teams, and they let the other guy go for 150 or whatever CeeDee had. CeeDee get hurt, the game changed. Now we gonna let Flannery can't beat us. He's not gonna beat us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it is contract year. So I need to know, Skip, do you think they should pay George Pickens more than CeeDee Lamb? Because that's going to be the market.
After your montage, I'm going to read what my friend Richard Sherman said on Amazon Prime right after the game.
I'm trying to get some ratings over there, man. They ain't doing enough.
I know Richard really well, and I don't think he cares about ratings. I think he cares about what he saw with his own 2 eyes. And he was the only one on that 4-man panel up there who reacted this way. And I respected it because I was reacting this way on Twitter during the game. So Richard said that it looked to him like George Pickens was uninterested in playing football. That's what you can't have. If you're going to be the best receiver in the NFL, you can't be disengaged, said Richard Sherman. It doesn't matter if the game's going your way or not going your way. You have to be engaged. And then Richard on whether they should pay him because they would have to make him the highest paid receiver in football because that's what he's going to demand. So just for the record, the way he's valued right now would be he would be worth $32 million. The tag, if you put the franchise tag on him, would be $27 or $28 million for the highest paid receiver. All right. So then Richard said, for the Cowboys, you got to look at this tape and say, hey, is this the guy we can trust paying $40 million to show up regardless of circumstance? And Richard's conclusion was, I don't know. Well, the reason I'm not so sure is because I already brought it up several times on this show. He has been, again and again, late to meetings. And it's not the end of the world. He missed the team bus going to the Las Vegas Monday night game. He got fined and benched for that. But he's just...
Still balled out that day.
He did, but he's been notoriously late. So Aqib said, well, you need to put something in the new contract that will penalize him if he continues to be habitually late to meetings. Well, to me, I'm all for putting, or as they say, slapping the tag on him, but given his nature, given the fact that Mike Tomlin, of all coaches, said, I have seen enough of him, he's more trouble than he's worth, he's never going to grow up, we are going to give him away. They gave him to Dallas for a 3rd-round pick, which I thought was the steal of the century until he started behaving the way he often behaved in Pittsburgh. So to me, if you put the tag on him, is he going to balk at that? Is he going to pout? Is he going to sulk? Is he going to go into his shell? I don't know. So here we go again with another player I don't trust. And if you pay him the most money of any receiver in pro football, more than CeeDee got, obviously, because he got it before, man, is it going to screw up your chemistry again because George Pickens is going to be a problem. He's going to make waves if he's under the tag. The only way to go is to tag him, because I would not trust giving him 4 or 5 year kind of a long-term contract.
I agree, Skip.
You quoting Richard Sherman. I'm going to quote Skip Bayless. You said that this was the best duo since Chris Carter and Randy Moss.
That Keeb couldn't strap him.
Yeah.
Who else you said? The Pittsburgh duo? Who else was it, Skip?
Yeah, you got to grow up a little.
Lynn Swan.
Yeah.
And Lynn Swan. And if we thinking about, are we going to pay this dude with...
But by the way, the other guy is named John Stallworth.
Yeah, Stallworth.
Yeah. John Stallworth and Lynn Swan, way before your time.
CeeDee. Well, let's ask CeeDee, did he want to pay him? Because CeeDee, like, shit, I love this shit. They double him because he's the deep ball guy, and they put their number 1 guy on me. He going to eat. So CeeDee love it. Shit, I love it. Dak love it. Dak having his best year ever. He had one game where Richard Sherman say he's no effort, and Skip say it's no effort. Y'all can show 3 plays. Show his catches. His catches look like he was fighting. He fumbled trying to get in the goddamn end zone.
He
that
did.
Looked like 100% effort to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I'll give you that.
Look, you can't just crash out on the guy for one game out of 12, man.
Okay.
He took the whole double team. He let CeeDee go to work. If CeeDee would have stayed in that game, CeeDee would have had 250, and they probably would have won.
Okay,
yeah,
but
that's fair.
Hold on 1 second. You are blasting Richard Sherman for blasting George Pickens, and yet, let me ask you, could Richard Sherman play? Could he play cornerback?
Of course.
Thank you, because you have told me that you rate him very highly, right?
I love Sherman Gang. That's my dog. I love him as a dude. I love him as a player. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my homie. But shit, I'm going to speak my motherfucking mind.
Okay.
Like, bro, you're just doing too much. Man, look, man. He was doing too much last night. It is what it is. Like if you look at the ball where he jogged off the line and Dak tried to back shoulder it, it's the guy right here. It's the guy inside. It's the guy right here. Like, bro, I'm surrounded by lions. I'm thinking, all right, if I got 3 guys on me, he probably gonna throw it that way. You know what I'm saying? I did my job already before you even throw me the ball. What, you want me to sprint off the line? Like, what are we talking about here, bro? Like, man, come on, man. Y'all,
you just can't.
You could watch every one of his tapes. It look the same every week.
You could give to your receivers, right? You already got one of at that moment was one of the highest paid receivers. You got a bunch of guys coming out of college. You got these first-round draft picks. Pickens is a great talent. He great, but is it worth paying him? Like you said, are you going to get any type of like with CeeDee? He's a dog. He come to work. He played through injury, and whether it's true or false, the debate that we're having about Pickens isn't there with CeeDee.
No.
Yeah.
Right? Whether you believe it was
when he dropped balls against Philadelphia.
Whether you believe it was everything. But I'm just saying, because of who, it's out there. So that's what it is. So what you do is you got to let him go. Because you do have CeeDee. He's your number 1.
Yeah.
He's the guy that plays through the injuries. And you go draft you a receiver to come in because somebody going to get a double team, and that's going to make another guy free.
It's going to be CeeDee.
Okay, so now you got another first-round draft pick in a receiver that's coming in. Who? I'm waiting for that cat. I'm really waiting for Buddy at Ohio State. That's who I'm waiting for. But in the meantime,
but you're not gonna get him. You got a tank to get him, bro. You better have a number 1
in the meantime, who did I say? Hold on.
Cornell Tate at Ohio State.
And Cornell Tate,
I don't think he that. Yeah. But Pickens was what, a 3rd-round draft pick?
That's because he's ski mask. Because
they got a third. They gave a third.
He's not 3rd-round draft pick.
Pickens
talent,
was a
though.
2nd-round pick.
2nd-round draft pick.
Yeah.
He's not 2nd-round pick talent though. You know what I'm saying? That's my point. You know what I'm saying? Is Dak not having his best year as a starter? Yes. Is CeeDee not balling every game pick? Every game pick is in CeeDee going crazy.
But you got Dak.
But you strap up that money, you're going to end up like the Bengals.
Your O-line, I just don't see you paying two receivers top receiver money. That's just a waste. That's a waste. Because you see what you get. If you don't score 40 points, you take an L. That's what happens. So you need to go get somebody for that defense. Take that check and go fix that back end. Because the back end is giving it up the ass.
You don't need no money to fix that back end, though.
You don't need some money.
You need a coach who's not going to put bail.
But they don't have the talent. They overplayed Bland. They don't have the talent. You got the safeties who are in and out, and they micromanaging them between his hooker, 6 or 14. They don't got the skills or the talent back there. You got to get Diggs back. You can use some linebackers as well that could tackle in space, because obviously they can't tackle in space by what last game looked like. I think you can lose that money. Green Bay was tackling his ass in space. Green Bay was tackling his ass in space. He couldn't get nowhere with Green Bay.
6 days ago, this was the best offense, the world renowned.
It is. I have faith in them, but I just don't see. I never thought, even with them balling, I never said pay Pickens.
You was on the show last Friday saying
but I never said pay him, though. You can't pay him top dollar. If you do, CeeDee gonna have to take a cut.
But why
wouldn't we want to keep the best offense in the world ever? Why would we?
Because this is an offensive league, man. They're gonna be favorable to offense regardless. They're going to be favorable to offense regardless. You go get a young receiver or get a cheaper receiver in free agency.
Okay, you wouldn't put the tag on George Pickens?
I mean, maybe you tag him, maybe you don't. But then you got the risk of saying what you just said. Yeah. Do we get mad?
Yeah,
do we have an attitude?
Throw a fit.
You know what I'm saying?
But Keith, you always say defense wins championships. Look at the team who played wide receiver 1A and 1B is the Bengals. And they can put up 30 points and they're going to lose every single game. You're going to have a 1A and a 1B, and you're going to have an amazing offense, and you're going to lose.
But the Cowboys got defense. They got corners. They got safeties. They got interior guys. They got all the pieces. They just need somebody to cook it up, man. They got all the ingredients. They just need somebody besides Eberflus cooking it, man. I promise you. Yeah. They got all the bodies they need on defense right now.
Okay, look, for me to sum up George Pickens, I'm stung by what happened last night. Like I'm out of my mind. I'm not in my right mind right now. But it's hard for me to say, let him go, let him walk, because I think if you're going to pay him, you're just going to have to bank on the fact that every once in a while, in a game of the year type game at Detroit, a playoff for the playoff games, he's just going to be a little weird. You know, he's just not going to all be there. Because I think he's a weird kid. I do. And I think he's still a big kid to me, which is why Mike Tomlin said he's never going to grow up. So you just have to live with the talent. Okay, well, it's just the truth.
I can't, bro. I can't. We got to sit and watch the all 22 of this game together, bro.
Yeah. Did you love the way he played last night? You loved it?
I love the way CeeDee was solo on DJ Reed and was cooking his ass.
Yeah.
I love that. Why do CeeDee get that coverage, Bub? You tell me.
Hey, CeeDee cooks everybody.
The Pickens. But even if, okay, let's say, for example, Lee, you get a number 2 receiver, and now CeeDee get the double team. Now that first round, second round draft pick or free agent, he better be able to cook his ass off too. So
that's the thing, bud. It's this. You don't just find no Pickens like this. You don't just find them everywhere, bro.
That's true. That's a fact.
Talent, my boy. I'm telling you.
No, I'm not saying. What I'm saying is, you're not looking. CeeDee becomes Pickens, right? At one point, CeeDee is the best receiver in the league, give or take. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you find another 2 that's up to CeeDee's pace, right?
And that's so easy, TJ. Right. You could just find it.
I mean, the receiver, hell yeah, everyone got one. You got Jordan Jefferson, you got Jamar Chase. Every team got a damn near receiver except the Browns, except a few of the Chiefs trash teams.
Yeah. The Bills, the Browns, they don't have. The Bills don't have that either.
No. They have one in Corey Coleman, but shit.
The Raiders.
Coleman.
Akeem, you're trying to act like all of a sudden George Pickens made CeeDee Lamb.
I'm not trying to act like that.
Yeah, listen.
I'm not trying to act like that.
He's just saying that he got singles.
I'm saying CeeDee will get doubled all the time.
Okay, all right, for the record.
JSN's,
for the record.
Magbu from Tampa, like shit.
Okay, CeeDee was hurt last year. Let's go back to the previous 2 years before CeeDee got paid. For 2 total years, he led all of football in every receiver stat by himself. He's getting doubled every time. All the great ones, Jerry Rice, Michael Irvin, they're doubled every time, and he's cooking the double. You couldn't stop him. He was the best receiver in football for 2 years, and Jerry Jones paid him because he was the best receiver in football. He finally got his money because he earned his money, and he continues to earn his money, but George Pickens didn't make him that much better. You do have to pick your poison between those two, but listen, CeeDee's still going to get his without George Pickens. That's the point.
All right, guys, we're going to.
I'm not saying he's not. Yep.
We're going to move on. We're going to move on.
Offense is not going to be the same without George Pickens. I promise you that.
Yeah.
All right, the chat is 50-50 on if they should play Pickens, and seems like kind of the arena is as well. But let's move on because we got to talk about the other team from last night. And Skip,